What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, and in today's video, I want to discuss the new information regarding the Quezon zombie map, or Vietnam base, whatever you want to call it. The community has a lot of things correct, but I think they're kind of misleading people for views or whatever, which is okay. Everybody does that. But I want to make sure that we're getting accurate information out there, because I don't want people to get their hopes up and think that Richtofen's coming back, or we're going to get this map on 115 day. None of that is going to happen. We're going to probably get some cool stuff for sure, but nothing that is going to make the community revitalized, and they're not going to pump a ton of content in the game. It's just going to be, a fun experience on 115 day. Nothing more, nothing less. So speaking of 115 day, which is this Friday, it seems like we're going to actually be getting cranked and double weapon XP. Treyarch has announced that there will be other goodies, which probably is just going to be a teaser trailer for the next zombies map, which is the Vietnam map, or perhaps a teaser image, something alluding to that it's going to be the next map, as well as giving players a free week of zombies, which actually starts tomorrow. So if you do not own the Cold War game, you are going to be able to play zombies for a whole week for free. So that's pretty exciting, which is why I think they are going to release a teaser for the new map so that the free players can see that there is more to the mode and they'll want to buy into it. We have some Redditors that are actually thinking the whole map is going to be launched on that day, and that's simply just not the case. I'll post that image on screen if you want to pause the video and take a read for yourself. And it has 374 upvotes, which has me concerned that the community's hopes are a little too high. There's another comment that I'm going to post on screen as well that I think is a little more realistic, stating my take, which is that they'll release a teaser for the free week of content rather than putting out a whole new map. There is a chance, a very low chance, that we might get the Noct Survival. That's what people are talking about. Apparently, it's been ready to go for a while. Also, the Transit remakes are all ready to go, as well as Buried and whatnot. I doubt Treyarch will do anything like that epic for 115 day. There's no way. We usually just get some sort of, bundle or something we have to buy, as well as XP or whatever, just crap like that. That's what they did with Black Ops 4. That's what they do with Black Ops 3. There's nothing special about 115 day other than it's just an anniversary for a mode that we like. They're not going to give us a huge content drop because it doesn't flow with the rest of the game. They're not going to isolate the community that hard. It wouldn't be fair to the rest of the community of this game. And to be honest, they treat zombies like it's a third mode, and we're not going to get that good of treatment, you guys. So just manage your expectations. Enjoy yourselves, manage your expectations. So let's talk about the actual teaser. Treyarch released a tweet on the 12th of January, which was yesterday, stating that Project Endstation was only the beginning. And on the image, which I will have on screen for you, it says M. This is the place I spoke of, Omega Outpost 25, Omega Portal Chamber. This is where the portal is maintained to the Dark Ether. More soon. And the note was written by somebody with the name R. It goes by the name R. We can assume that M is for Samantha Maxis, and R is actually going to have to be, sorry guys, not Richtofen. When Richtofen is going to come back, they're going to reveal it in a much more epic way than just R. There's no freaking way that it's Richtofen, guys. I guarantee you it will not be. When they reveal Richtofen, it will be in an epic cutscene, or it'll come out in the game as like a boss fight or just whatever. It might not be that epic, but it will be a little more of a surprise than just a Twitter teaser image with the letter R. According to Glitching Queen, and I will give her full credit for this, this is not my idea, there was actually intel in the game from Onslaught, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive mode. I apologize for that. If you wanted to go search for it, it's exclusive to just Sony right now, which is very unfortunate. But there's also other intel in the game that does allude to this that is for everybody. But for now, most of this stuff is in Onslaught, unfortunately. So what this intel says is, at this time, I must formally request the immediate elimination of the Moscow station. I have been informed that Officer Kirill Ledovsky, codenamed Red Bull to the Americans, has provided information regarding KGB Special Operations Group Omega and its new mission. What we can infer from this information is that Red Bull is probably in cahoots with Samantha in some way, shape, or form, and is providing her this information that Weaver and Requiem is actually getting. We can probably guess that Requiem is not going to be the name of this because, one, it's not a person, and a group wouldn't just leave a note. It's a little too personal. So it's not going to be Richtofen, guys. sorry, that's the way it's just going to be. The next subject I would kind of like to shed some light on and maybe debunk some other theories is the release date of this Vietnam map. Obviously, some Redditors thought it was going to be on 115 day. That's 100% not the case. But there was a second date that was floating around, and that was February 15th. And this is because the intel in the game is correlating with real life, and there was a piece of intel that was talking about Die Maschine in some capacity that said November 13th, which was the actual release date of Cold War Zombies in general. So we're thinking that this date that is in our intel talking about the Khe-Sanh Zombies map could be indicating that the map is going to be released on 2/15 in real life, since that's the date in the intel. However, this intel was released at a time before the Season 1 content drop was pushed back due to Cyberpunk's horrendous launch. So now we are thinking that the map is going to be launched on the 24th. However, I think it is going to come out on the 25th because now the Treyarch has pushed their content updates to Thursdays rather than Wednesdays. The last thing we're going to discuss is whether or not this is going to be a Shi No Numa remake. I personally don't think it is going to be. However, there is some evidence that could lead to it being, in fact. If you break out of the campaign map that takes place on Firebase, which is called Fractured Jaw or something like that, you can actually go and explore and no-clip through certain areas, and you will notice that there is a sign for the doctor's quarters from Shi No Numa. And if we are going to be using assets from this particular map, why is there a doctor's quarters sign from Shi No Numa in the campaign for Cold War anyway? None of this stuff overlaps, so clearly they're reusing some assets, and maybe we're going to see some Shi No Numa assets, or maybe it's a Shi No Numa forced kind of merging of the two. The locations don't match, so that's a little bit strange since Shi No Numa takes place in Japan and this map is going to be taking place in Vietnam apparently. The last bit of information is if you look on the image, and I will have the image on screen for you, Glitching Queen again has pointed out that this part on the left of the image that looks like a hut actually resembles part of a hut from Shi No Numa, from the little walkway sticking out on the edge to the hole in the top of that circle part that could be a hay or bamboo hut. We're not exactly sure what it is. I think that this evidence is pretty flimsy regarding the hut because I don't think that's a hut. I don't know what the hell it is. We can just kind of see what we want to see when we look at this image. I think that this map is going to have a lot more of the Vietnam flavor from the actual campaign mission than anything else. I don't think we're going to see a remake in this capacity. I could be wrong. We do have that doctor's quarters sign, which is the biggest piece of evidence of all. But other than that, there's not a lot indicating that it's going to be Shi No Numa in the slightest. And a little piece of bonus information, I guess some people on the Black Ops Cold War subreddit have been talking about weapons they want to see and have been digging in the code, and it looks like there is a top 11 list of weapons they want to see, and most of them are, I guess, in the game, and that's the G3, the Galil, the FAL, the PPSH, the G11, the Makarov, PM63, MAC-10, Dragunov, Scorpion VZ61, CZ75, and the Tech-9. Now, we know that the Tech-9 and the Galil are in the game, and I will have those images on screen, but as far as the other ones, I'm not really sure. I have heard rumor about the Dragunov and the CZ75 and Scorpion too, but some of these other ones besides the FAL going into zombies, we're not really sure about. But that's a pretty good list of weapons, and I'm pretty excited for that if that's what's going to happen. But you know, you never really know. All I have to say is that 115 day is coming up. Manage your expectations. I gotta tell you guys, do not think that we're going to be getting some Nocturne Toten remake survival map, or we're going to be getting the Firebase Z map. I hope I'm wrong and they do that. That would be amazing. But we're just going to get double weapon XP, maybe some bundle that we're gonna have to buy, and the cranked mode, which looks so stupid, by the way. So just prepare to have a little day of fun, but nothing crazy. Manage your expectations, guys, because we're not going to be getting something spectacular. I hope all this information has kind of cleared some things up. We're not going to be seeing Richtofen. Hopefully, we're not going to be seeing a Shi No Numa remake. It's likely going to be these other pieces of information that I've shared with you. Credit to Glitching Queen, as well as the other content creators that have supplied information for me to make this video. I appreciate it very much, and I will see you guys all in the next video. I hope you have a good one. Peace.